Eric Stromquist from Control Trends and Stromquist Company Atlanta, along with Rob Allen, Young Gun, 7 Minutes of Controls. Rob and I are at the 2015 IBCon Realcomm Conference. We could call it day one, but I think it's actually pre-con today. So right off the bat, I mean, this is your first IBCon Realcomm. What do you think so far?
Dude, I need a nap. I mean, oh my gosh, it's like all this stuff getting thrown at you one after one after one. But I tell you what, I learned more in the last 8 hours than I probably did in the last 8 years regarding cybersecurity and buildings and smart buildings, intelligent buildings, all this kind of stuff. So it's been just about the coolest thing that I've done in a really, really long time.
It's awesome, and this is something that that we really reach out to our community and say you've got to attend one of these. I mean, if you're in the business, you've got to get here. It's where real estate intersects with technology and systems integrators. It's a great thing. So let's set the stage. First thing we had, you and I both attended this morning, was 4 hours of cybersecurity. They had everybody from the FBI speak to Homeland Security. Marty Edwards from Homeland Security. And
Tritium was there.
Tritium was there. Plus, some of your big real estate people like Hines and CB Richard Ellis were speaking about what they're doing with cybersecurity. And one of the takeaways I got from that, Rob, is that there are more and more connected devices that are going to be coming online in buildings. And bottom line, those become access points for hackers. So that's not going to go away, neither the hackers nor the fact that you're going to be putting more devices online.
Yeah, so there was one of the neat things that they were saying, there's two different types of cyber attacks. Basically, two different reasons why you're going to get into a building, and one is to get in and screw things up, have fun. The other one is to get into your backbone, your bare bone stuff, and cause havoc, steal data, steal payroll, that type of stuff.
Well, what was really sort of concerning to me, Rob, was they said most of the time they get in there and you're not going to know they're in there because they could be in there for months or years. So there's a lot of corporate espionage is another motivation they get in there. But bottom line, I mean, we heard over and over again, it's not a matter of if you're going to get hacked, it's a matter of when you do. So it was a great forum for people to come away with ideas, things to do to help prevent that. So after that, you went on to the boot camp. Tell them a little about the boot camp.
The boot camp was really neat. So intelligentbuildings.com put that on. It was 6 hours, so it was a lot. It was fast paced. There was probably 15, 20 speakers in there, telling you everything that you need to know about how to do an intelligent building, why you want to do an intelligent building. Really neat stuff. You can go and check out their website, intelligentbuildings.com, and get a wealth of information. I think that we're going to become really intimate with those guys and learn a lot about their business, and bring those to our network and our contractors. Kind of good stuff.
Yeah, the boot camp, for our listeners who might not know, Kenny and I attended the boot camp last year. It's where real estate people that are farther down the line, that really have their buildings integrated, teach other real estate people that are maybe just getting started the pros and cons. I remember one of the takeaways I got from the very first one I went to, Rob, was they said, make sure your system is open. And what they meant by open was they were very specific about that. One thing is it's got to be open protocol like BACnet or LAN, but more importantly, open means that multiple people can work on your system. You can get the same tools and training as the manufacturer of the product. So that was one of the key takeaways that they gave our group. I don't know if they brought that up at your group or not.
No, definitely did. And, another really point that just kind of slapped me in the face was the vulnerability of the legacy industrial control systems. So that's a huge target now.
Right.
These systems are older. When they were designed and implemented, it was 20 years ago. There was no such thing as cyber attacks. They were designed to where you wouldn't have to touch them software-wise for 20 years.
Yeah.
And so now it's a big, wide, gaping hole, and then vulnerable attack. Now what we're doing now is big data and all this kind of big push for this stuff. And so now we're going in and taking these old devices, connecting them to the internet, so we can get all this data. We're simultaneously
opening up other breaches, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, so we'll have Fred Gordy as here. We hadn't tracked him down yet, but Fred will be talking a bit more about how to fill those holes and whatnot. So while you were doing that, I was at the systems integrators meeting, which was 5 hours of bringing systems integrators up to the latest and the greatest. And one of the things that's really happened, Rob, is that the demand is now outstripping the supply, meaning that systems integrators really have to step their game up and be able to do more stuff. As more things are getting brought in, like access and security, being able to pass big data, analytics and things like that, the integrators have to develop new skills. And one of the big takeaways from that was that as an integrator, don't talk to users about the technology. talk to them about what the user wants to do. Really get an understanding of what the user's trying to accomplish and why they're trying to accomplish. So it was great stuff. So the good news for the Control Trends community and all of our users out there is we got more people that are going to be qualified to take your building up to the next level.
So one of the things adding to that was analytics. So I got the pleasure of listening to John Petsy for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He talked about alarming, how alarming is getting to be where it's just terrible. So all these people are setting up all these alarms, and you get 40 million data points on an enterprise facility. If you get 1 in 1,000 to create an alarm, that's 4,000 alarms a day.
Yeah.
Can you acknowledge and look at and do anything with 4,000 alarms a day?
No, they don't, and then they just ignore them.
Yeah.
So one of the takeaways from that is you go from alarming to rules-based type alarms. So if this and that, then this. Because otherwise with alarms, you only know when something's wrong. With rules-based type analytics, you can sort of troubleshoot problems before they happen. So a great example was Daryl Smith, Microsoft. We've talked about this before on the show. The Microsoft campus had the most comfortable buildings there ever were. And they also had high energy bills. When they did this rules-based analytics, they discovered the reason why was their heating and cooling were running at the same time. Never got an alarm because it was never too hot or cold, but until they put the rules-based in. So it was John Petsy, Sky Foundry, a host of other people here at the show that do that kind of stuff. So a lot of new players in the market. Intel's here, Cisco's here, Dell's here. A bunch of people, I can't pronounce the name of their companies, are here, but hey, we're going to keep you posted. It's Eric Stromquist and Rob Allen, and a special shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Kenny Smyers. Hope you're having a great vacation, buddy. Ciao.
Did you kill Kenny?
Kenny's not dead, man.
He's not dead?
He's back. Kenny's very much alive.
Awesome. Thanks
All
so
right.
much. Awesome.
Cool. We'll see how that one turned out.
Hope I hit record.